Hey guys, good evening. Online people, good evening, ma. Where is Ayman? Coming, on the way. How much? Here only, no? He do separately, yeah? Here also there is one spot is there, no? Ayman, waiting for you. How did you got that bike, Ayman? How did you got that bike? You imported that bike or what? Here only. 1999. 89. You plan to import, huh? Let's do that gradient boosting technique. Ada boost is completed, right? Tell me the steps in Ada boost. You do one thing, take a pen and book, write 5 steps and post in the WhatsApp group quickly. Ada boost. Equal weightage, stump calculate, performance of the stump, E plus or minus alpha weightage, performance of the stump equal to, write the steps ma. Mail చేసాను రాలేదా కనుష్క్ కనుష్ అంశుక చా గ్రీష్మ ఏంటి మాది స్పెల్లింగ్ తోరోట టీహెచ్ఓనా తోరోటి టీహెచ్ఓ ఆర్ఏ జిఆర్ డబ్ల్యూ హెచ్ఎబి టీహెచ్ఓ ఆర్ఏ టిఐ చూడు ఒకసారి అది కూడా ఫ్రీ అమ్మా గ్రాక్ కూడా జమినీ పే కూడా ఫ్రీ గ్రాక్ కూడా ఫ్రీయే ఫ్రీయే ఇవి కూడా అట్లా చెప్తాడు మోడల్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకుంటే అది సరిపోదమ్మా ఇట్లా చేసుకోవద్దు ఎప్పుడు అది బ్యాడ్ అది ఏపీఐతోనే చేయాలి ఏపీఐ కూడా ఫ్రీయే నువ్వు ఆ ఏపీఐకి క్రియేట్ చేసావా ఆ వీడియో రీడ్ చేసావా అది చదువుకున్నావా వచ్చిందా కాదు గూగుల్ కొలాప్తో చేసావా ఇప్పుడు ఇందులో నీకు ఫస్ట్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకో ఫైల్స్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకున్నాక ఎగ్జాక్ట్ కోడ్ రన్ చేస్తే నీకు అయిపోతుంది పంపించాడు స్టెప్ నెంబర్ 1, స్టెప్ నెంబర్ 2, స్టెప్ నెంబర్ 3, స్టెప్ నెంబర్ 4, ఈక్వల్ వెయిట్స్ అండ్ స్టంప్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్, పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ of the term, weights update. बोलो लिखो. Write ma, write all the steps. Write the steps. Write the steps in Ada Boost. Then we'll do the gradient boost. Write the steps. కాలేదా? ఇంకో మెయిల్ ఉంటే చూడు. ఇప్పుడే పంపిన ఇంకోటి. అరే ఎందుకు వస్తుందో మరి. ఇదిగో ఒకసారి నిలవాడు. ఒకసారి నిలవడమ్మా. చెక్ చేయవా మెయిల్? ఒకసారి ఇక్కడ నిలవడండి. ఇట్రా ఒకసారి. ఆ ల్యాప్టాప్ అక్కడ పెట్టి ఒకసారి చూడు. ఇది చూడమ్మా ఒకసారి. రా. ఇదేనా? అదేనా? పక్కా పంపినా ఇదిగో. ఈ మొబైల్ ఓపెన్ చేయి ఒకసారి. కనిపిస్తుంది ఇక్కడ, రీఫ్రెష్ కొట్టు. మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి మొబైల్ ఒకసారి చూడు. ఇది పాతదమ్మా. ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఇంకోటి. ఫైల్స్ అని టైటిల్ పెట్టిన, ఫైల్స్ అని. ఫైల్స్ అని పెట్టినా. రీడ్ చేసావా? ఇది కనిపించింది సేమ్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా అదేనా? పక్కా. టిహెచ్ఓ. మరోసారి సెండ్ చేస్తా. THORATIGRWSHMA. కొట్టినా 2 సార్లు. Done, huh? అవి ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసేయి ఫస్ట్. చలోమ్మా, gradient boosting algorithm. So gradient means what, ma? Gradient means difference. We learned in our linear regression thing. Gradient means difference. So anything you are giving the change, anything if you do the change of anything, that we call difference. So suppose if I am writing a y2, if I am writing that y2 minus y1, generally what we write, ma? Delta y. So this delta nothing but indicates what? Gradient. Delta nothing but indicate what? Gradient. So gradient also we call, some people call slope also. Gradient. So now here you need to understand gradient means change of the two values. So your change of the two values means we can say that actual minus prediction also. So how actual data minus and prediction data. The difference is called, we call error also, right? Error. And the same also called what? Gradients. Mean based on the through errors, a algorithm is developed. That algorithm only gradient descent algorithm. Here gradient boosting algorithm. So how it will works? Mean this algorithm is completely different based on the errors only. Actual minus predicted is nothing but what? Error. Error also called what? Residual. Residual also now what? Gradient. Gradient is nothing but simply what, ma? A difference. That's all. Gradient means only the difference. Now note down this. We will do one problem. Then you will understand how it will works. Shwendra, do you want off the fan? ACRO. Tell me. I will off. Don't worry. इसको बुलाओ स्वामी है ना, फैन ऑफ जर्नी, ये फैन आता है फ्रेंड. ఆ కింద రెడ్ కలర్ స్విచ్ ఉంది కదా, రెడ్ రెడ్. యు వాంట్ ఏసీ? ఇలా ఉంది, అదర్వైజ్ ఐ లవ్. ఇట్స్ ఫర్ శివేంద్రు, అదర్వైజ్ if become sick. If he becomes sick, I am not able to see Shivendra face. So it not give me energetic. Smile, please. Hey, your friend आ गया? You said sleeping? Yeah. You sleep in same bed or different beds? Means your beds will combine or different one. I am in hostel now. So it's a very big bed. They are combined only. Two many people should be sleep in that big bed kind of thing. A smaller. Really? Ayo. So how can you? Really? Shivendra? Really? Not all. So sad. So data set ले लो. Experience is the one column, degree is another column, salary is the another output. Based on the experience, based on the degree, we need to get a salary. Hey, Kumar, what is that curry name? You said that. What is that name of the vegetable? అది పంపినావు కదా వాటి ఏమంటే చిక్కుడుకాయ టైప్లో ఉన్నాయి చూసినావు అనపకాయలు. అవునా? There are two are there. One is what? చిక్కుడుకాయ. చిక్కుడుకాయ ఏమంటారు ఇంగ్లీష్లో? అనపకాయ. అనమ. అనములకాయ. Madam wants to try today. అంతేనా? అదేనా? మెసేజ్ పెట్టినాడు. నోటెడా? ఆన్లైన్ పీపుల్ నోటెడా మా? చలో. Number 1. We need to create a base model ma. Base model means which model? Average of all the outputs is always a base model. Do it. Step 1 to create a base model ma. This all got a little confused, but it's okay. We'll avoid that confuse. Create a base model. Base model means average of all the outputs. Means every output prediction equal to 75, 75, 75, 75 will come. Tomorrow lunch with 10:30 people. 10:30 batch people, Manish. That batch people. They are, they are saying that when we'll go, we already went to 9 a.m. batch people. You miss, huh? Complete, Amma, Sandeep. Sandeep, thank you so much for your nice words. Chroma DB ki నువ్వు wheels చేయాలి. Build wheels. VS Code లో build wheels అని ఉంటుంది. How to install VS Code and build wheels అని ఒకసారి చూడు యూట్యూబ్లో. అది చెప్తారు. ఆ VS Code అది యాక్టివేట్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఓకేనా? బిల్డ్ wheels. Screen is not visible, ma. It is visible, ma. That IBM ML with Python completed, sir. Coursera certification. Very good, ma. Yeah, this is a take the Y base model, ma. Y base model. Is my screen is visible, ma? Can you please confirm the chat? Yes, ma. Thanks, ma. Mana, sir. Okay, base model is ready. Huh? Base model is ready. Base model is ready, ma. Now calculate the errors. Error equal to 50K minus 75K. 25K. Calculate the errors, ma. First, this is original data. You created a model. Now we are calculating the errors. Calculate the residuals, ma. Minus 25K, minus 5K, plus 5K, plus 25K. Chalo, next. This is very, very important, ma. This is very, very important. Once we got the residuals, these residuals we need to include the training part. Means before you got only two columns to include in the training part. What are the two columns? X1 comma X2. X1 comma X2. Okay, big four, we have only two columns. One is X1 and X2. And on this, we developed which model, ma? A base model. A base model means average model. Now you need to include an extra column as an input column that is called R1, your residuals column. Your residuals also includes in the training part now. Residuals also include in the training part means now your data set how many columns? Three columns. How many columns? On these three columns, you will apply decision tree. What will apply? First two columns will apply which model? Base model. There is no model. We are just taking the average of the output. That's all. Now we taken the average of the output. Now this is already a y part is there. Already y actual data is there. Correct? Already y actual data is there. Then you got what? Y predicted data. Then you y predicted data. Then you calculated what? Errors. Then you calculated errors. Now you are including these errors in the input column with x1 comma x2 comma r1. So new columns are x1 comma x2 comma r1, and then on this we will apply a new model called decision tree, and decision tree will give what will give a root node, na? A root node it will give, and it will give the predictions, and that predictions again you will compare with your original data output. So now we are creating another model, second model. What is the first model? Base model. In the base model, how many columns? Two columns. Now we are creating another model. In that, how many columns? Three. What is the extra column? That's all. Very good. Online people clear, ma? Step 3. Online students. Now we got the residuals. Now we need to include those residuals in the training part. Now construct a decision tree by consider SVG as the part of the training. Now inputs equal to x1 comma x2 comma r1. Now the model will give some output. That output we call r2. It's called predictions. It's called predictions now. It's called predictions. అయిందమ్మా బిల్డ్ టూల్స్ ఇన్స్టాల్ అయిందా సూడో ఇవ్వద్దు పైన అదేంటి పైన కమాండ్ ఒకటి ఉందిగా పిప్ ఇన్స్టాల్ అని పైన 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 అదే ఉండు ఆల్రెడీ సాటిస్ఫైడ్ repeat me again. Step number one, what we did? Two columns, we taken the average model and we got the predictions, we got the errors. Step two, what we did? We included the residuals in the training part. Now two columns become how many columns? Three columns. Then which model we applied? Decision tree model. Now this model also will give some predictions. That prediction we call R2. That prediction we call what ma? R2. So now R2 equal to by assumption ma, this assumption. R2 values are minus 23, minus 3, 3 and 20. Chare. इधर है laptop. Now note down the values. Now again what do we need to calculate? Model give output रे. Difference ना. Difference calculate करो. The final predictions first. Final prediction note करो. Final predictions equal to first model output plus second model output. Note on this. How it is coming? After model develop, we will give some predictions, na? Like that. We are assuming that R2 is some predictions. We are assuming. So we don't know the exact predictions. We are just assuming. Pakka there the model is there. Pakka it will give out some predictions. The prediction we are just assuming. Now final predictions equal to, right? This is very, very important. Final predictions equal to first model output predictions plus second model output. Now final prediction लिखो. First model equal to 75, 75, 75 only, right? Second model equal to minus 23, minus 3, 320. This is the original value. First model, second model, and final predictions. This is the diagram. Just check it. Done, na? एक बार रिवाइज करो. Step number 4. We need to repeat this only. एक बार repeat करो माँ. एक बार repeat करो. Step number 1 is the base model. From the base model, we'll get the residuals. The residuals we are including in the new with the old columns. Then we create a decision tree, and we got the another predictions. Final predictions equal to first model predictions, second model predictions. Now again we need to calculate the error with the final predictions with the salary. Now salary is your actual data, and your final predictions are this. Now you'll get what you'll get error, and that error again include in the train model. That is important. Base model is nothing but average model. So second model, you included the errors from the base model, right? That you trained with the decision tree. So people will not, never you should not add like this, right? We should add some alpha value learning rate. So the final prediction is equal to alpha base into y base into alpha R2. అవుతుందమ్మా ఓని చూద్దాం మీరు ఒకసారి. ఫైనల్ ప్రిడిక్షన్స్ ఈక్వల్ టు y base plus alpha into R2. Alpha is the learning rate ma, means how fast you are providing the values. Generally alpha range from 0 to 1. 1 means so much fast ma, 0 means no learning ma. 0 means no learning, 1 means very fast learning. We should provide fast learning, we should avoid no learning. Okay, that is a gradient descent algorithm. We'll learn it in the detail. You don't worry about that. We'll learn it, that is at the time you'll understand. So I am telling again. First, look at the board. First you have a data is there. First you have a data is there. In the data you have only two columns are there. In the data you have only two columns. This is your x ma. This is your x1 and this is your x2. This is your x2 and this is your y actual. Your y actual. You generated a base model on this. Base model. Base model means what ma? A average model. You generated a base model. That is called what? Y predictions. You got the Y predictions, you got it. That is nothing but a Y base model. That is equal to BM base model we are given. And what we'll get from here? Error will get. What will get? A error. That error is nothing but residuals. That error is what? A residuals. You got some errors now. You got a residuals. So here the residuals equal to y actual minus y predictions of the base model. Correct? Now we are creating a new table. We are creating a new table. This time we have some extra columns are there. We have extra columns are there. Now the new columns are x1 is the x2 is the old column and the new column is what happened now? We have R. We have a R is there. Now new columns are new columns. First one is the x1 as it is. Okay, na ma? Next one is what ma? x2 as it is. Next one is what ma? R. Now this also will give some predictions. So this prediction, suppose this we call R1, this we call what? R2. For the continuation purpose people are using, don't confuse. R means don't think like the residual here. Here R2 means a prediction. R2 means is a prediction. If you want, if you confuse, you can take like this. Y2, Y2P means Y second model predictions. Y second model predictions. Now final predictions equal to your Y base model predictions, YBP and plus Y2 second model predictions. The second model prediction only we are calling what? R2. We are calling what? R2. So YBP plus R2 we are calling, but we should not add directly. We should give what? A weightage that is called alpha. Then only you will get what? Final prediction. Then only you will get extra column what? Final predictions. So these are the steps. Final predictions you will get like this. Final predictions here. So first, only two columns are there. We develop the base model. We got the residuals. The residuals include here. Then we'll got one more predictions and final predictions equal to actual predictions, base model predictions and second model prediction. So y BP and plus y alpha into y 2p. Now this model will give again some predictions. Yes or no? Already predictions are there. Then what you will get? Errors you will get. This model will give again errors. Errors means what? Final predictions. Your y actual minus final predictions. And these errors you will include into another table as what? X1 comma X2 comma residuals. The train model. So it happened like this. Look at the board. So this is clear. Now this model is giving a values called y2p, second model suppose. Now, but second model you are not satisfying. You are creating a one more thing is called final predictions. What you are creating? Final predictions. The final predictions formula, final predictions formula, the final predictions equal to y base model predictions y b p plus alpha into y 2p. Then what you are getting, ma? Final predictions you are getting. What you are getting? Final prediction. What is this? What is this? Second model ka prediction. Second model ka prediction. What is this? Residuals of the first model. But that we are including in the training data. We're getting, we are going back. Then that's why people will confuse on the gradient boosting. It will confuse you always. That's why people will not dare to keep in the resume itself also. But you should not confuse. I'll repeat again. Final prediction formula what? Tell me. Final predictions equal to the second model y2p plus alpha into ybp. Base model prediction. Sorry, reverse right. Reverse. Y base model predictions plus alpha into y2p. The 2p is nothing but R2. Now you got one final predictions. Now again trace back. Tell me, repeat me again, ma. Final predictions equal what, ma? Shivandu. Y base model prediction plus alpha into y second model prediction. Now what is y second model prediction? Latest model prediction score what? Y2p. What is R1? Residuals of the first model. Now look at the board now. Now you will calculate one more extra column. You will calculate one more extra column. Following online people, you are not responding, ma. Called error. That is called R3. What we are calling? Error. The error equal to what now? Y actual minus final prediction. Y actual minus final prediction. Then you will get some values. And that values you are creating a one new table. In that x1 will be available, x2 will be available, and there who will available? R3 will be available. The residual will come to here, R3. Then this also will give some values, na? That is called what? Y3P, Y third model prediction. Now Y third model predictions is what? Previous predictions plus alpha into y3p. What are the previous predictions? ybp plus alpha y2p plus alpha y3p. It's keep on going on. Getting? Again, I'm repeating here. Y2p only, R2 only. That's why I'm writing R3. You want R2? You want to take R2? Let's check the convention first. Let's check the convention. This is the prediction. What is the name you want to give? R2? Okay, R2 is equal to predictions. Okay, na? R2 is equal to predictions. But final prediction formula what? So final prediction is equal to base model. Y base model plus alpha into R2. Correct? Okay, Mulsunjay? Then what you will get? You got final predictions, you will got it. Next, what you will get it extra error now. You will get what you will get? Error you will get. Correct? Everywhere where you will get error? You need to calculate the error. How can you calculate the error now? Actual. Who is actual? YA minus final prediction. So here y actual minus final prediction, and that is called what? Error. This error we call now R3. What do we call? R3. Now this R3 will include in the again in the training part. In the next iteration. In the next iteration, what will happen now? X1 will happen, X2 will happen. Errors you should add in the training part. Which errors? R3. Here we added what? Here we added R1. Here we added R3. We added R3. Errors only you need to follow. Errors only you need to follow. Then here again we will give some prediction. And that predictions we call suppose R4. And again you need to get what? Final prediction. What is the final prediction here means? Final prediction is equal to the last two predictions plus your final again. That is R4. So it'll keep on goes like this. Like this. Alpha H1, alpha H2, alpha H3 and so on. Here same again, that is hyperparameter only, Sandeep. How many models you want, how many iterations you want to do. That is. Shall I note down it? Again we'll discuss it. First 5 steps is very, very important. एक बार check करो first 5 steps. If you understand the first 5 steps, you keep on iterating. The first 5 steps only will iterate. Amen, ma. इनका कल First 5 steps is very, very important, ma. Chalo, now next model. This is updated table. Final prediction is equal to now second model predictions. Notations is very, very important. You want to write your own notation, that's fine. But in the textbook, they will write like this only. Final prediction is equal to y base plus 0.1 into R2. So on the now updated data is equal to with your first column, second column, actual output, final output. That is updated data. Input number 1, input number 2, actual output, final output. Final output we are getting after how many steps? 5 steps. Final output we are getting after 5 steps. This is the final prediction equal what? Base model plus alpha into second model. Base model is the light model, na? That's why we are creating another model. In that another model, we are creating a errors. We are adding the errors. It is updated data. Upper. Final predictions will get after 5 steps, ma. है ना? चलो next, write the steps now. This is the steps. First model predictions. Second model has extra input residual due to first model. Then second model predictions. Final predictions equal to first model predictions plus alpha into second model predictions. ఇప్పుడున్న ఇదేనా? ఈ డ్రైవ్ లో గిట్ జాబ్ ఇదా? Done, right? Give me 1 minute. So this is the one small diagram about the above code. Now model 1 predictions and the residuals you are passing to model 2 as an input, and P2 is coming P1 plus alpha into P2. This is the data. The entire data is passing to model 1 also, entire data passed to model 2 also. Not only entire data, what is passing ma? Model 1 ka errors also passing. Model 1 predictions, model 2 prediction, both are combining and coming. దాంతో కాదు ఇది రన్ చేయాలి ఇప్పుడు మనం. ఎక్కడ రన్ చేస్తాను. ఇక్కడ ఉంది. ప్రోమానామా ఓన్లీ ప్రోమా. డన్. 1 minute. Next, continuation process. Write the 2 steps, then it will go over. Done na? So this keep on continue process might is noting amma online people. Hmm. Iterations, huh? That is completely taken by Python only. We can provide that 4 comma 5 like the tuning 4 5 models. How many errors you are processing? 4 5 steps like this. Every time is one model only. That is. So here we are taking the residual tree, means salary minus final prediction. The residual tree we are added into the x1 comma x2 comma r3. Now x1 comma x2 comma r3. The residuals of previous model we added. Then we'll get what you will get r4. But r4 is not final prediction, na? Final prediction is what? Previous prediction plus alpha into r4. What are the previous predictions? Y base plus alpha 1 into r2. Final prediction plus alpha 2. Right, step number 7 and 8. So can we see. Finally, we get like this. Y base plus alpha into h1 is the final prediction part 1. And this is the final prediction part 2. And this is final prediction part 3. Like that, keep on goes like this. Yeah. So many dependency issues are coming in your laptop. Appa, ఇట్లానా ఇట్లానా ఏమైనా స్లీపింగా అవి కాన్ఫిగరేషన్స్ అంతే ఉంటాయి అన్ని ల్యాప్టాప్లో. అనకొండలో అయితే అక్కడ అక్కడ రన్ చేసి ఇక్కడ అనకొండలో రన్ చేస్తాను. అక్కడ రన్ చేసే బదులు ఇక్కడ రన్ చేస్తాను. కోడ్ అక్కడ రాయాలి వేస్ కోడ్లో. డిఫరెంట్ డిఫరెన్స్. ఓన్లీ 0 to 1. Only 0 to 1. అయిపోయింది క్రోమా కుండలు అయిపోయింది. ఏం చేయాలి ఇక్కడ? చేయాలి అనుకుంటున్నాను. ఆ ఫైల్స్ అన్ని ఈ సి డ్రైవ్లో పెట్టి ఈ ఫైల్స్ ఇక్కడ డి డ్రైవ్లో ఉన్నాయి కదా, సి డ్రైవ్లో కాపీ అయ్యి కాపీ చేసి ఇక్కడ రన్ చేయి. ఇప్పుడు ఇది అయిపోయినాక రన్ చేయి. ముందు కాపీ చేయి ఫైల్స్ ఒక ఫోల్డర్లో కాపీ చేసి. So H1 we are getting from the y minus y base, we already know errors. And H2 we are getting y minus final predictions part 1. And H3 we are getting y minus final prediction part 2. So the final prediction, the model y base plus alpha I into hi is the final prediction generally, the conclusion. Who will explain? Gradient descent now, gradient boosting, how it is happening. Anyone ready to explain? Now only. You know the procedure, na? What is happening, how it is happening, just tell me that. Okay. Errors. Again, we'll create one base model, relation tree model, by including, by including R1 in the training. Predictions first. Model what you will give? Predictions. And then, final predictions. Uh, 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 that like that you said na, till that you need to say very confidently. Say tell again. Uh, uh, mm. By including residuals. Then we'll get predictions. Final predictions equal to new predictions. Correct? Shwendu, come on, tell me. అప్పుడు ఎక్కడ పెట్టినావు? సిడి స్పేస్ తీసుకొని రన్ చేయి ఇప్పుడు పైథాన్ app.py. How you obtain the decision tree? By including R1. Na? Then final predictions equal to Krishna, tell me. Decision tree model. That's all. Online people, good ma. How it is happening? Online students. How many are attended? 24, whatever. Very good ma. Manasa, Devashish gone. Hold on, huh? September. Sona. ఏ డ్రైవ్లో ఉందో అది కాపీ చేసి ఆ ఫోల్డర్ కాపీ చేసి సిడి స్పేస్ అని తీసుకొని Python app.py అని కొట్టు చూద్దాం. So we have only one algorithm left now, SVM, support vector machines. That will stop now, hold now, because I want to continue the next whole week under deep learning only, 5 days, so that some flow will come for you. So on the Saturday is there, na? Saturday we'll learn that thing, SVM. Now onwards, some topics I can commonly I can say, because everyone in the machine learning only now, all the batches, like that. Deep learning. Monday next 5 days will be, no, not 5 days. First week is important. First week is very, very important in deep learning. We'll get the recording video by tomorrow. Chalo, thank you. Thank you so much for your cooperation.